June 1st, Plan Commission public meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Emig, would you please call roll?
Bill Jarvis.
Here.
Miles Long.
Here.
Tom Couros.
Here.
Chris Rack.
Here.
Bob Kokon.
Here.
Gary Emick present. Tom Anderson.
Here. First item, minutes of the Plan Commission public meeting, May 4th. Pleasure of the board. So moved. Motion by Mr.
Second.
Kokon, second by Mr. Long. All in favor?
Aye.
Carries 7-0. First item, Plan Commission Case 2646, Family Express Schererville, general location 751 Lincoln Highway, Lot 3, re-subdivision of Von Tobel Addition, Lot 1. Petitioner Family Express Corporation, Patrick Lip, General Counsel, Pete Andrio, Vice President of Development, represented by Attorney James Weiser, Weiser and Wiley LLP, and DVG Team Inc., James Huss Jr., PE, requests secondary approval of a three-lot C3 highway commercial subdivision with waivers. Number 1, Storm Drainage Ordinance Number 2009, Chapter 3, Methodology for Determination of Retention, Detention, Storage Volumes, requesting waiver from providing the required volume of stormwater storage. And number 2, Subdivision Control Ordinance Number 1095, Title 5, Section 5, Paragraph A, regarding public access for Lot 2 and 3, requesting to provide access to public rights-of-way by egress easements and secondary approval of US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. I do have some correspondence from Nice Engineering I'd like to read into the record first regarding Family Express Schererville, secondary review. Dear Mr. Anderson, reference is made to the Family Express Schererville final plat submitted for review on May 29, 2026 for consideration by the Schererville Plan Commission. Based on the application of Town of Schererville Subdivision Control Ordinance, the final plat is in compliance for consideration by the Plan Commission for secondary approval of a three-lot C3 highway commercial subdivision in Plan Commission Case 2646 with waivers requested. For clarity, the site development plan related to grading plan, sanitary sewer, stormwater, and water utilities for Family Express Schererville is in order for consideration by the Plan Commission for the US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District in Plan Commission Case 2646, with the following items for consideration as being contingent. Lake County Drainage Board easement with review considerations for Lot 2 and Lot 3, and a BZA favorable outcome for requested variances. Thank you for your consideration, Neil Simstad. Good evening, Mr. Huss.
Good evening.
I think reading all that is going to take more time than the actual hearing.
I'll try to be brief. As it pertains to those contingencies, we certainly agree with them. They're right. As more specific to the Drainage Board, there definitely is a regulated drain on Lot 2. The development plan before you is on Lot 1.
Yeah.
It is expected that when a more firmer plan for Lot 2 comes before you, that will be something that will and should be tackled.
Yes.
So we're fine with that contingency. And there was a bit of a snafu in advertisements for the April meeting, and then we were on forward. There was no May meeting. Those have since been resolved. We will be before the BZA on the 22nd for 3 minor lighting variances, and that as well is a justifiable contingency. Please excuse any briefness. Obviously, we've been through a number of study sessions. We had our preliminary hearing last month. The final plat for you, there's some public improvement work. That final plat is submitted just for information only to demonstrate that there are no substantial changes in it versus the primary plat that you've seen before you, save the rerouting of one single drainage easement that if I didn't point exactly to you where it was, you probably wouldn't even notice it. What I'm very happy to say is that per our last presentation, of which this project was preliminarily approved, nothing has changed. All renderings, materials, signage in your packets remain the same as was presented to you at the last meeting. The last 2 pages in your packet illustrate signage. That's the only thing that's a little unclear, but again, hasn't changed. The second to last page in your packet displays how we intend to reuse the Von Tobel's monument sign. And then on the last package of your packets illustrate 242 square feet of signage specific to Family Express, which, given the expanse of frontage that the building has, it actually does look quite petite. As we do not know the nature of the businesses that will occupy the majority of that Lot 1 building, we are requesting 200 square feet in what would be the west side of the face of that building that faces Route 30, and then 200 square feet for the frontage, which is the west side of that building, as not to exceed numbers for signage, because we don't know the users of those yet. But I mention only, I mention those numbers only specifically because certainly there will be further plans submitted for review, and we'll need to make sure that they stay below those numbers. I do want to touch on another, just one other point that is new since I spoke to you last. It was brought to our attention last October that Schererville has a policy that any parcels adjacent to waterways need to be investigated for wetlands. Denise brought that to my attention. Andy brought that to my attention last October, which is just a poor date for wetlands because we just missed the window on when you could do them. And you've been gracious enough to let this development review proceed and these meetings proceed with the commitment that Family Express would perform a wetland delineation at their earliest possible moment. I'm very happy to report one was performed. We don't have the final report, but Soil Solutions did perform that investigation at the immediate start of the growing season. They did determine that there are not wetlands adjacent to Lot 2 and 3 adjacent to Turkey Creek. So we will provide that formal report to you once it's finalized and given to me, but their preliminary findings were ready, so I wanted to share them tonight. Obviously, that doesn't really pertain to the Lot 1, which we're really here to discuss tonight, but I hope it demonstrates Family Express's commitment to satisfy the requirements that are asked of them. And again, without belaboring too many of the points that we've went over, I'm happy to answer any final questions members have, big or small details, and I'll leave it at that.
Questions from board members?
Mr. Chairman, just real quick.
Jarvis.
Mr. Huss, the variances for the BZA, are those just on Lot 2 and 3?
There are the variances that will be under consideration for the BZA on the 22nd of this month, now that we're in June, is the slightest bit of light spillage on the Klein Avenue property line on Lot 1. Some generous spillage, but with good reason, the south lot line on Lot 1, kind of just south of the parking lot that we believe is justified because it'll actually help light the parking that is already lit today that is going to be remaining on the Grit Fitness lot, and then a minor lot spillage on the east side of Lot 3, adjacent to the building. I believe that's, for lack of a more professional term, no big deal because the back of the Grit Fitness building has no parking, no windows, and no doors. So there's really nobody to truly trespass
No
on.
effect on there, yeah.
Those
So
are-
it does involve
It does
Lot
involve Lot
1?
1. Yes, it
Okay.
does.
Other questions? Comments? Anything from staff? Course of action?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Jarvis.
Planning Commission Case 26-4-6, Family Express, Schererville, general location 751 Lincoln Highway, Lot 3, re-subdivision of Von Tobel's Lot 1. Petitioner Family Express Corporation, Patrick Lip, General Counsel, Pete Andren, Vice President of Development, represented by Attorney James Weiser, Weiser Wiley LLP, and DVG Team Incorporated by James Huss Jr., PE. The request of development or secondary approval of a 3-lot C3 highway commercial subdivision with waivers. Number 1, storm drainage ordinance. Number 2009, Chapter 3, methodology for determination of retention, detention, storm volumes, requesting waiver from providing the required volume of stormwater storage. Number 2, subdivision control ordinance number 1095, Title 5, Section 5, Paragraph A, regarding public access for Lot 2 and 3, requesting to provide access to the public right-of-ways by ingress, egress, easements, and that I make a motion for secondary approval pursuant to all state, local, federal regulations, and that the meeting be approved by the BZA and the Lake County Drainage easement review considerations for 2 and 3 be approved.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
A second.
Second by Mr. Rack. Mr. Imig, would you please call roll?
Bill Jarvis.
Yes.
Miles Long.
Yes.
Tom Curris.
Yes.
Chris Rack.
Yes.
Bob Kokon.
Yes.
Gary Emig, yes. Tom Anderson.
Yes. So approved, 7-0.
Thank you
Thank you,
very much.
Mr. Huss. Next item, Plan Commission Case 2645, Steak and Shake exterior facade and signage, general location 312 US 41, re-subdivision of Lot 3, Block 3, Plum Creek Village Commercial Addition, Lot 2, petitioner SES Branding, Nick McCurley and David Michael, field operations, request secondary approval of the US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. There's been no changes from primary. Yeah. Questions? Pleasure of the board. Mr. Rack.
I'll go.
Mr. Rack.
All right. Plan Commission Case 26-4-5, Steak and Shake, exterior facade and signage, general location 312 US 41, re-subdivision of Lot 3, Block 3, Plum Creek Village Commercial Addition, Lot 2. Petitioners SES Branding Company, Nick McCurley and David Michael, field operations, request secondary approval of the US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. Make a motion to approve pursuant to all federal, state, and local regulations, and that the fees are kept current to the town of Schererville.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Kokon. Mr. Imig, would you please call roll?
Bill Jarvis.
Yes.
Miles Long.
Yes.
Tom Curris.
Yes.
Chris Rack.
Yes.
Bob Kokon.
Yes.
Gary Emig, yes. Tom Anderson.
Yes. So approved, 7-0. Next item, Plan Commission Case 251020, Apollo Group Addition, Lot 2, general location 847 to 997 US 41, Apollo Group Addition, Lot 2. Petitioner Richard Ruth, represented by Turinga Engineering, Don Turinga, PE, requests secondary approval of the US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. I do have correspondence I'd like to read into the record from Nice Engineering regarding Apollo Group Addition Lot 2, secondary US 40 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan Review. Dear Mr. Anderson, reference is made to the Apollo Group Addition Lot 2 Development Plan submitted for review and consideration by the Schererville Plan Commission. Based on the application of the Town of Schererville Subdivision Control and Stormwater Ordinances, the site development plan submitted related to sanitary sewer, stormwater, and water utilities for Apollo Group Addition Lot 2 is in compliance for consideration by the Plan Commission for secondary approval of a US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District in Plan Commission Case 251020. Please note that a photometric plan per zoning ordinance 2004, Title 17, Section 15, Paragraph E has not been yet submitted for review. Thank you for your consideration. Neil Simstad. Good evening, Mr. Turinga.
Good evening. Thank you. Don Turinga with Turinga Engineering representing Mr. Richard Ruth. Basically, this project has been going on for quite some time. He had an area in the back behind the building that he is currently rehabbing that was within a floodplain, and that has since been removed. That's that area that the crosshairs are on. It's been removed from the floodplain. FEMA authorized this area. Actually, they changed this area to flood zone X. Mr. Ruth is basically itching to get going on this thing. And as far as the photometric plan is concerned, I apologize. I thought that had been submitted. We got one from KSA, who does all of our lighting plans, so I will make sure that Mr. Simstead gets that. I don't really have much else to say. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
So any action tonight would be contingent on the submission of the photometric plan.
It's fine.
Questions for board members?
You answered my question.
So he's got, 5 buildings he's putting up? Or is the one already there?
The biggest one that you see on the site plan, just to the left there, that one is partially constructed. Yes,
That's
he's been
already
rehabbing it,
started, so
doing modification to it.
you're
The
looking
other
at,
4 are not there.
pardon me?
The other 4 buildings are not there,
Yeah, they're,
all vacant.
and they're all 50 by 150.
Yes, and there was a picture earlier, they're all just warehouse buildings with garage doors.
Questions from board members? Anything from staff? Pleasure of the board.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Jarvis.
Plan Commission Case 25-10-20 Apollo Group, additional Lot 2, general location 847-997 US 41, Apollo Group, additional Lot 2, petitioner Rich Ruth, represented by Turinga Engineering, Don Turinga, P.E. The request is secondary approval of US 41 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. I make a motion to approve pursuant to all state, local, federal regulations. Fees to the town of Schererville be kept current, and the contingency on it that the photometric plan per the zoning ordinance will be submitted.
Very good, thank you.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Long. Mr. Imig, would you please call roll?
Bill Jarvis.
Yes.
Miles Long.
Yes.
Tom Curris.
Yes.
Chris Rack.
Yes.
Bob Kokon.
Yes.
Gary Emig, yes. Tom Anderson.
Yes. So approved, 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Turinga.
I'll make sure they get that photometric plan gets over.
Thank you.
Mr.
Moving
Simsted,
on
also
to
the town.
Plan Commission Case 2667, Phil's Collision Center. General location 1530 US Highway 30, no accidentation, Lot 1, petitioner Eddie K's Collision LLC, Eddie Kalinowski, represented by Turinga Engineering, Don Turinga, P.E. Request primary approval of US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. I do have some correspondence I'd like to read into the record. Regarding Phil's Collision Center, primary review. Dear Mr. Anderson, reference is made to the Phil's Collision Center Site Development Plans submitted for review on May 29, 2026, for review by Schererville Plan Commission. Based on the application of the Town of Schererville Subdivision Control Ordinance, the Site Development Plan is in compliance for consideration by the Plan Commission for primary approval of a US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan and Plan Commission Case 2667. Please note that a photometric plan per zoning ordinance 2004, Title 17, Section 15, Part E has not yet been submitted for review. Thank you for your consideration. Neil Simstad, Nice Engineering. Mr. Bartholomew, were proofs of publication required in this matter? Thank you. All right.
Thank you. Once again, Don Turinga with Turinga Engineering. Ed Kalinowski of Phil's Collision, or Eddie K's Collision, is here. What he would like to do is to construct a 4,000 square foot addition for additional bays for working on vehicles. There's no sanitary sewer necessary. The storm sewer is basically installed already. Runs back to a detention pond, which is on the very north end of his property. We, as I said at the last study session, we did do calculations on that detention pond, and it's more than double what is necessary for the entire site. So this site has been taken care of previously. I was not aware that a photometric plan would be necessary. I will get KSA Lighting to do one. I would imagine we're probably talking about some wall packs on the building or something, and with deflectors down so that it doesn't shed onto the neighboring property. Other than that, the development of the property is pretty straightforward. I don't see a picture up there, but it is just a 4,000 square foot addition.
Any questions from board members before I open this matter to the floor? At this time, I'll open this matter to the floor. Anyone in the audience with any comments regarding Plan Commission Case 2667, Phil's Collision Center? Any comments from the floor? Being no comments from the floor, we'll close the floor, return it to the board.
I didn't get a chance to sit down,
You almost got to sit down.
almost.
So it's pretty straightforward. You were just here 2 weeks ago. So yeah, just get us a lighting plan. Questions, final questions, comments?
Just a couple quick questions. Andy, can you zoom in on the south side of this building? Okay. If I remember right, yeah, there it is, to the left a little bit. Right there. When I looked at that plan originally, I've had mechanical shops and everything like that. The one emergency exit door is right there on the south, basically to the west. You may want to consider, and as long as the door is there, you're okay, but moving it to the center or towards the center a little bit, if there's a car on fire there, it would give you access to get out.
Okay,
So it's a consideration you might want to think about. Because, you know, you got that car in that bay and the door is right at the west side. Gets a little hard to get around it if it's on fire. That, and is the building still offset a little bit, you
it
said?
has to be, yes. There's an
Okay.
electrical transformer box which sits behind the existing building in what would be the northeast corner of the building. And there's an easement that parallels the property line. So in order to construct this building, see, that's a representation that is not the latest drawing because it's offset slightly. There's a 10-foot offset in the,
Yeah, I remember that being at study session. That's the only reason I was bringing it up. I didn't see it there.
well, it is shown on that drawing right there.
Okay.
You see the,
Yeah, there I see it.
yes, that's where the
Agreed.
transformer is.
Any other questions, comments? Anything from staff? Course of action?
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Rack.
Plan Commission Case 26-6-7, Phil's Collision Center, general location 1530 US Highway 30, NOAX, addition Lot 1. Petitioner Eddie K's Collision LLC, Eddie Kalinowski, represented by Turinga Engineering, Don Turinga, P.E., request primary approval of the US 30 Commercial Corridor Overlay District Development Plan. I make a motion to approve pursuant to all federal, state, and local regulations, and fees are kept current to the town of Schererville, and that there is a photometric study done and submitted.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Jarvis. Mr. Emig, would you please call roll?
Phil Jarvis.
Yes.
Miles Long.
Yes.
Tom Curris.
Yes.
Chris Rack.
Yes.
Bob Kokan.
Yes.
Gary Emig, yes. Tom Anderson.
Yes, so approved, 7-0. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to commission business, findings of fact, Plan Commission Case 2643, Premier Edition. Pleasure of the board.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Rack.
Second.
Second by Mr. Long. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any correspondence? We are adjourned. Done. Got some stuff here, son.